Mr. Reilly, what's up, man? Can you hear me all right?
Zach.
I can hear you.
How you doing?
Doing good. How does my audio sound?
Oh, it sounds good, loud and clear. I got headphones, but I don't need them.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Sounds good. I'm recording the conversation.
Oh, great, good. So, how have you been? It's good to talk to you at last. I've been talking about it for so long.
Yeah, man. So tell me how you been.
Well, I've been good. It's been quite busy, and there's a lot happening in Edinburgh right now. You might have seen I posted a video yesterday or today about Edinburgh Festival, and so I've been busy with that, and I'm just getting ready to go north again tomorrow for 5 days. So it's been
Okay,
good.
cool.
How about you? What have you been doing?
It just been doing a lot of traveling, and I've almost kind of hit that point where I'm trying to tone back the traveling a little bit.
Right.
It's been wearing on me for sure. It's been awesome, but
Yeah.
okay. I just looking over as Zoe just took a bag of birdseed and just dumped it right on the floor.
Birdseed.
Yeah, and now she's just spreading it all around. So yeah, Zoe's at home right now, but she's she's starting up school again, school daycare. But she's going to do that 3 days a week starting next week. So that'll be good. So I can, because I haven't really had a fixed schedule, so it's been really hard. Like, my wife just started going back. My fiance just started going back to work a few weeks ago. So before she was at home and just watching Zoe, and I would just travel. And now she's traveling as a flight attendant for a few days at a time. So, it's, as you can imagine, it's hard to schedule things like this while I'm trying to half watch Zoe.
Cool.
But it beats it. I prefer this over anything else, so.
Great, yeah, of course, you get to spend time with Zoe first.
Yeah.
But it's funny, I don't have kids. I find that, I don't have many commitments. I still find it hard to commit, if somebody says, like, meet on Friday afternoon, and then, well, what am I doing Friday? And, I don't like to pin myself down.
Yeah.
So it's good that we can have
Look at this.
fun. So I think, hey, Zoe.
she's naked right now too. So it's been one of those mornings. I made her some scrambled eggs, and Zoe.
What time is it for you?
Gosh, it's about 10 o'clock. 10, 11.
Oh, 10 o'clock. I'm surprised. Like a lot of people I talk to are on EST, and they're like 5 hours behind us. But
Yeah, I'm on the Pacific, West Coast.
So that must be
Zoe, come here.
9 hours.
Yeah, 9 hours. Zozo. Zozo.
So yesterday I watched one of your first videos when you just gave out your job and you persuaded somebody to go into like a deal with you.
Yeah. Basically, just do social media marketing, content creation, and there was that added connection that I used to do what they do, so I kind of understand the ins and outs of that nature. I already had a built-in following in that field, so it's really kind of a natural partnership. And sharing the video proposal was just to try to maybe instill some innovation or some inspiration in other people, and kind of show them how they could actually use video as a tool to not only just send a message out, broadcast to the world, but also send a targeted message to one person to help convey an idea, or to, I mean, you really got to sell on the vision. You got to sell on the dream, right? And then make that happen. So that's kind of what we've been doing.
But how do they put a value on the content production? How can they value, you know, about the number of people that you reach, and how the message gets out to them?
Yeah, that's been a tough one. So what we've been measuring is like the metrics on LinkedIn. We've been looking at those, and you know, as far as number of following, number of engagement, number of impressions. We're starting to experiment a little bit with targeted advertising, so promoting their posts, their videos to specific companies. Their director of sales has LinkedIn Navigator or Sales Navigator, so he can kind of take additional data and kind of find leads from that. So as far as like, have they gotten a direct sale from our efforts yet? I would say no, but there has been an impact that we've been making. So for example, the director of sales was at a conference, and there was like someone that he was talking to that was saying, oh, you know, we know Zach's doing your marketing now, and just talking about that. So we're definitely making an impact. I do want to start getting more direct leads, like to say, hey, I got this lead, and this lead turned into this project with this dollar amount. So then I can have a concrete thing to go off of, saying this is the value I'm providing. So yeah, it's interesting because the way that their business operates, it's each client has a real high dollar value. So it's not like they're just selling one small piece of software. Like if they get into with a client, you know, they could be doing tens, hundreds of thousands of dollars of work for them. So it's, you know, all it really takes is one or two of those, and we've exceeded our efforts. But yeah, so right now it's really mostly on getting awareness of their brand, getting awareness of what they do, and then we're going to start kind of narrowing down to call to actions, maybe have a form, do some advertising, and say, download this e-paper for you know, tips on SCADA, for example, and then then the director of sales can follow up with those people that were interested. So it's kind of a work in progress.
Yeah, no, it sounds like the good thing that you're having fun.
Yes, that's the key.
So what's not to like, you know? And then she goes, hi, Zoe.
Say hi.
Hi.
You're saying hi.
Hi, Zoe.
Yeah, that's good, man. So tell me more about your adventuring, your backpacking. Where are you going for 5 days?
I'm gonna go down to a small island off the west coast. It's called Barra, Bara, and it's tiny. And the reason that I'm going there is because 2 years ago I cycled through it, but I didn't spend any time there and see it. And so I'm going back there to spend 5 days. It's nice. Got some beautiful beaches as the sun shines. So, so that's the crux.
Nice.
Whether or not the sun will shine. So I'm going out there, and then, but I'm taking my bike because I've got a big cycle to do in September. I'm cycling this route. It's 220 miles, and we'll go 5 days, 8 days, and I'm starting to worry about it. So no, I'm taking my bike to do a bit of training, and then And so by doing all these things, I just keep trying to make more and more content. And
Yeah.
as well as that, I have no idea where this will all go, or indeed if it'll go anywhere.
Yeah.
And, but I suppose I just keep making content for the time being, thinking, well, I'll see what it takes me.
Yeah. I think that's a good approach, man. It kind of helps you define your narrative. It helps you become more self-aware, or at least it helps me become more self-aware, and hearing yourself go through your journey and kind of redefine and reshape it. I mean, in the last 3 months, it's been crazy. And, it's like once I just kind of took that leap and embraced it, and I started using the content to help get me to places that I wanted to be and help others, it's been like night and day, So I think you're onto the right track, man.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's good.
I've discovered that a lot of people a lot of people I think they like hearing my story, and they like hearing the sort of stuff that I've come through and stuff that I've overcome, and then people find that motivational, helpful, and I think that's what I'm kind of onto something there. So
Yeah. Definitely embracing who you are, and the story you're talking about, the challenges, that's more interesting than just someone who is only shows the perfect parts about them and then shows their success. I mean, it's all about the journey.
Yeah, sure. And I hope I did eventually. I would like to do more traveling, about years, and then I could I'm hoping to do some tapping and speaking, and yeah, that's what I'm hoping will happen eventually. But I suppose I do gotta have faith, to keep doing what I'm doing and think
Yeah.
everything happen.
I would go to an event where you were speaking. So I'd say keep your eyes on that tree and keep growing. And if you want to get into public speaking, I'd say do it, man.
Yeah, I would like to do it, but it's quite ironic because we're gonna have this speech. They're gonna, but it's great,
That's an advantage. That's an advantage.
It's an advantage. It's an amazing advantage. I have to like that. So what's next for you?
What's next for me?
Yeah.
I gotta clean up this bird seed. I don't know. Just keep learning, keep growing. I really want to start focusing on doing more things like this, because I have been. A lot of people have been reaching out to me wanting to talk, and I feel like I haven't quite been able to be there because of I kind of have this thing like calendar phobia, where I'm afraid to make appointments and meetings. That's why you're like, let's do it right now. I'm like, okay, let's do it right now, because that's much easier for me. But as I
exactly the same.
Yeah.
I hate
because I'm afraid I'm gonna make an appointment and then forget about it.
Yeah.
And so I guess just kind of finding a better schedule, better workflow, be able to set up things like this. I want to talk to the rest of my top 10 LinkedIn creators. I've already talked to like half of them. So like people like Goldie, Quentin, I've already talked to them. I want to talk to Bobby Umar, who's a professional speaking. That's what he does for a living. That would be cool to talk to him, and a few other people to kind of round out that whole, I guess, chapter. The whole point of that too was like, these are the top 10 people that I look up to on LinkedIn, and now let's actually go talk to them and just show that it's not something that's unobtainable, that I can actually talk to these people and they'll talk back and we'll grow together.
Yeah, that sounds very interesting. Yeah, I keep thinking about people like Goldie. I think she's creating this. She's creating this content, but I keep wondering what it's about. What it's all. You can't. The real have content, just making content. I don't know.
Yeah, I hear you, man. What are you playing with, Zoe? Zoe's birthday is tomorrow.
Well, how old is she then? 2.
She'll be 2, yeah. And yesterday, obviously, was my birthday, so.
Oh, that's really close. Yeah. Good. Oh, good time. So, anyway, no, it's good to talk to you. I need to go now. I need to go and get packs and stuff. But yeah, I really enjoy your content.
Thank you, David. Appreciate that, man. Thank you for the time.
No, thank you. Yeah, I think you mentioned the top 10 people like Goldie Bobby. And, if you could remember, maybe you could write down the top content creators for me and stick it in the message so that I can follow them and learn from them.
Do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Would they even give me a list of the top 10 or top 5?
Who are my top 10?
Yeah.
I could send you the top 10 that I had. That's what I created. I mean, obviously it changes all the time, changes day to day based on who says something interesting, who I follow, and like right now you're in my top 10.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Appreciate that, man. Zoe, do you want to say bye?
Bye. Have a nice birthday. Happy birthday, Zoe.
She said, "Happy birthday, Zoe." Say thank you.
Your birthday.
Say thank you. Are you being shy?
Okay, so good to talk to you.
Thank you, David. I really appreciate it, man. I really do. I hope the best. I'm glad we were able to work this out, and yeah, have an awesome day.
Yeah, you too. Take care. Have fun too.
Bye bye.
Okay. Bye. Bye.